Seahawks Today coming up in just a few moments from right now. But before we do, the debut of Seahawks Live is coming to Seahawks Today next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 o'clock Pacific. This guy right here, me, I'll be hosting. We'll have a great time. We're going to do it every week on the channel, and you got to be subscribed to the channel so you get the notification of when we go live so you never miss a moment of the live show as well as everything else we do here on Seahawks Today. It's going to be a good time. We got some watch parties around the corner as well, so go ahead and turn on those notifications. And if you are a part of the Noti Gang, show yourself. Type Noti Gang if you have the noties on for Wednesday's live show. Welcome into Seahawks Today, powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Appreciate you joining us. On today's show, I have some brand new takeaways from Seattle Seahawks Training Camp that we will run through as we are just over a week into Seahawks camp at this point. Pads have been popping, and boy, have they been popping at this point. And I have some things I want to break down, beginning with the quarterback competition and early indications. Geno Smith continues to lead the quarterback battle, but slightly is what we've been told at this point. And if you recall, early on, Geno Smith was the only one getting first-team reps. That's changed a bit. We're starting to see Drew Lock get first-team reps. And according to offensive coordinator Shane Waldron, they have a plan in place, and all signs kind of point to that we should see more first-team reps for Drew Lock in place in the coming days ahead at this point where things stand with this Seahawks team right now. Here's what Shane Waldron had to say on the quarterback competition. Right now, the way it has worked out, Geno Smith has been a little bit more with the ones than Drew. But there is some mixing and matching going on, and we will continue to do that throughout camp, and we will until the time that we make that decision. And Waldron went on to say that the deadline for that decision is week 1 against Denver. So this quarterback competition far from over. Geno Smith, your QB1 for now, but still could change. Still got the preseason games coming, but it does seem like Geno Smith and Drew Lock have separated themselves from Jacob Eason at this point, that it's down to those two for this starting quarterback job right now. So with that said, with the emphasis on week 1 against Denver, when that decision will be made, prediction time. Will Geno Smith start week 1 versus the Ravens? Let me know in the comment section. Type Y for yes, type in for no. Our pinned comment today, if Geno Smith will start week 1 against Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos. Let me know. Y for yes, in for no. Our second takeaway, Coby Bryant, the rookie cornerback picked in the 4th round by the Seahawks, so far is passing the eye test. And if you recall, if you go back to what he did in OTAs and in minicamp, he was phenomenal. Everybody loved what they had to see from Coby Bryant, and so far he's continued that into camp. Here's what he said himself. I feel like camp is going great for me. You know, I'm learning something new every day, just having my head down and working, just continually getting better. I'm a rookie. I'm still trying to earn my name. DK Metcalf has earned his stripes in the NFL. I just have to step up to the test, and that's what this culture is all about, competition and competing. And there's been all sorts of tweets, all sorts of people talking about Coby Bryant, but I thought the folks that filled goals at SB Nation put this well. They said, by all accounts, Coby Bryant is the Seahawks training camp star. That tells me everything I need to know. And you know what? He's wearing that number 8. You saw it in the picture there, honoring the original Coby Bryant this year with the Mamba mentality. So let's show Coby Bryant some love. Type 8 in the comments section. The number 8 to show Coby Bryant some love. I love it. Bringing that Mamba mentality to the football field. Going to be exciting to see for that young cat with the Seattle Seahawks this year. Got a great deal that we're offering Seahawks Today viewers. A shirt combination that's over 25% off. You can see we got the throwbacks there. Back to the old AFC days of Steve Largent and company with the Seahawks long sleeve T-shirts, and they're available now at chatsports.com/Seahawks combo. It's a great deal. You want to get it while supplies last. Get yours now at chatsports.com/Seahawks combo for over 25% off now. Next up, Freddie Swain has taken the edge at the wide receiver 3 position. We already know that your top guys are going to be DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, that those guys will be on the field almost every single play, no question about that. But then, in a system that is going to be so run-heavy, the playing time, once you go beyond those top 2 receivers, is a real battle just to even get on the field. And from what we've seen through 1 week, Freddie Swain appears to be on track to be that number 3 guy. Here's what Shane Waldron had to say about Swain. Freddie Swain is always going to be steady. He's always going to be working hard, playing tough, knowing what to do, looking for his opportunities, and he has done a great job of picking up where he left off, knowing the system and being really that physical presence. And, you know, what's interesting about him being the physical presence is that you have D. Eskridge right now is dealing with that minor hamstring injury, hasn't practiced much. Whether it's Swain, Eskridge, Marquise Goodwin, or one of the other players that, you know, is in this system, in Waldron's system here, you know, Seattle has a plethora of options to fill that slot receiver spot. And the decision, I think, with Freddie Swain will ultimately come down to a preferred taste. What does Shane Waldron like? Will it be the speed of Eskridge and Goodwin or the consistency of Freddie Swain? Last year, 4 touchdown grabs. He was good. So I want to know a question for you guys. Is Freddie Swain the guy? Will we see him step up and carry that mantle as the number 3 receiver and his numbers improve from last year? Or will it be Marquise Goodwin? Or will it be D. Eskridge as that number 3 receiver for the Seattle Seahawks? Let me know in the comments section. Type FS if it's for Freddie Swain. Type MG if it's for Marquise Goodwin. Or if it's for D. Eskridge, type DE. Let me know in the comments section one of those receivers who will be that number 3 receiver. Seahawks Today is covering this team all throughout training camp, and we got some great stuff coming up on the channel over the next week. Not only the debut of our live show next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, but also we're going to have live watch parties throughout the season, including next week for the preseason game against the Pittsburgh Steelers as well. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/Seahawks TV. Turn on those notifications as well so you are the first to know what's going on with your Seattle Seahawks and can join us live for our upcoming shows throughout football season here on Seahawks Today. Another thing that seemed obvious throughout the last couple days, this team is physical. And that's what you want to hear about your football team, how tough they are and their presence on the field. Those were the reports that we got. Listen to this from Greg Bell from the Tacoma News-Tribune. At one point, coaches briefly removed Uchenna Nwosu from a red zone scrimmage. That was after the new starting outside linebacker got into it with an offensive lineman after a play. Rookie second-round draft choice Boy Mafe replaced Nwosu for a few plays after that. Then Nwosu, he followed up. He was kind of asked about it. You know, what was with this scuffle and this physicality? He said, that was the point of emphasis coming in. The offense won Wednesday, so we feel like Thursday defensively we had to get a little revenge. We came out here to be physical. And I got to tell you, I like hearing that from Nwosu, that he was playing with an edge, playing with a chip on his shoulder of sorts in practice there. Last one of our takeaways for this Seattle Seahawks team throughout training camp. They are playing roulette of sorts at the right tackle spot right now. By the way, my favorite casino game is roulette. Red or black? I like red, personally. It has never let me down. That's a lie. But nonetheless, that's my favorite game at the casino. And that's what we're seeing the right tackle spot become right now for this team is roulette of sorts. Listen to this from Andy Dickerson, the Seahawks offensive line coach. And, you know, he's talked about how he keeps a spreadsheet updated with how many snaps each offensive lineman is getting at each position. He's going to rely on that inevitably. Starters get hurt in depth and flexibility becomes key on the line. He went on to say, you see different contributions of players and how everybody is working together. Again, we're just rolling people through to get the different looks and making sure that we are getting different types of blocks, different pressures, and different things to continue the evaluation process. It was more from Greg Bell from the Tacoma News-Tribune on the offensive line situation of that right tackle spot. This was a report from his on Wednesday this week. It was Stone Forsythe's day as the starting right tackle. Jake Curran had started consecutive days there before Thursday. Curran seemed he was gaining an edge in the competition until Thursday. Rookie third-round pick Abraham Lucas from Washington State remained the second-team right tackle. So I think we all want to see Abraham Lucas win this job, but you want to see him earn it. Yes, he is the future as the Seahawks third-round selection, and they have high hopes for him, but you want to see him earn it on the field and get it through practice. So nonetheless, the roulette wheel keeps on spinning for now at the right tackle position there. So we appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching Seahawks Today and being a part of what we're doing each and every day here on the channel. Join us next week, our live show, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific on Wednesday. Be there, be square. Myself, producer Chugs is going to be here as well. We're going to have a great time. We'll see you then. Thanks for joining us here on Seahawks Today.